Hello, everybody. We are live at 5 at Broadway.com. It is Wednesday, June 20th. I'm Paul Wontor.
And I'm Beth Stevens.
And over there, Caitlin Gallup.
Hi,
social media
everyone.
manager.
Long time no see.
And we have a very glamorous guest today.
We do.
Very talented.
Irina Dvorovenko. I'm going to say it wrong.
Dvorovenko.
Dvorovenko.
Yes.
Am I
Yes.
saying it right?
She
Has a difficult name and is a wonderful performer.
yeah,
she's
in
in
Beast in the Jungle. And I saw her in Grand Hotel because we talk about
We
Grand Hotel
both
a lot
saw her in
here
Grand
because
Hotel.
it's like my favorite musical.
We loved it.
Brzezinskaya and Grand Hotel. Anyway, she's fantastic. She's like this bright new star on our scene. So we're happy she's here.
And in our studio.
And but today, we'll talk about today's top 5 first.
All right, it is officially summer, and we found out the lineup for Broadway and Bryant Park.
Right. So, Broadway
What's
and Bryant.
Broadway and Bryant
You
Park?
know. So, Bryant Park, little
It's
park.
a park. It's a park.
It's a little park.
And they do concerts.
They do
and
concerts.
stuff.
That's right. So, you get a little taste of Broadway for free. Listen to this
It's
one.
on
It's
Fridays?
on
No,
Thursdays.
Thursdays. Okay.
Between July 12th and August 16th. You get there at 11, and then the performances. It's a lunchtime thing, 12:30 to 1:30.
You don't have to be there at 11, no.
That's what it says.
It's a lot. It says it.
If you want to be in the front row, you get there at 11. Otherwise, just get there whenever you want. So they're going to have free performances by the cast of SpongeBob SquarePants, Waitress, Anastasia, Frozen, Come From Away, Once on This. I know I talk fast. Once on This Island, and The Wicked, and more. It's fun.
Sure,
it's fun.
it's
It's
free.
outside. It's free. It's summer.
It's hot.
Yeah.
It's free. It's fun. Go.
Go.
Stay hydrated, too, because it's really hot. All right, so we also found out the design team for The Lifespan of a Fact coming to Broadway.
So Lifespan of a Fact is a show that we didn't really know about 2 weeks ago, and now it sounds like it's gonna be a really big.
Well, with that cast,
Okay, Daniel Radcliffe,
Cherry
Jones,
Jones,
and
and
Bobby
Bobby
Cannavale.
Cannavale.
I mean, that's amazing.
Mic drop.
But today they announced it will be Broadway's
Hold on.
first all-female lineup of designers. Now, remember when Waitress opened, that was a big
all creative team.
all
but not-
female creative. I don't know. Anyway,
Listen,
it's
it's
exciting.
Lifespan of a Fact. We have to
So,
fact check.
so we have set designer Mimi Lien, costume designer Linda Cho, lighting designer Jen Shriver, sound designer Palmer Heffernan, and projection designer Lucy McKinnon. So welcome, ladies. This is going to be great. It's at Studio 54, starting September 20th. It's a 16-week run, and it's a play about So Bobby Cannavale is like a journalist, and Daniel Radcliffe is a fact checker. And Cherry Jones is his boss, and it's all about that he's kind of stretching the truth. It's based on a real thing. It's an essay, right? It's a real story. I don't know much about the actual story, but it sounds great. So I'm excited.
All right, and speaking of other new season shows we're excited about, we got a first listen of The Prom.
The Prom, don't we love
45
the Prom?
seconds of first listen.
45 seconds
It's
of The
not a
Prom.
full song.
This one's by
It's
Matt
exciting, though.
Sklar and Chad McGillen, and it is opening at the Court Theater this fall.
Yep.
It's fun. It's about 4 Broadway people who go to a small town in Indiana to
Fix
help
things.
to fix everything, to make it all better. And it gets better. The song is "Dance with You," Emma's version. There might be another version, but this
Yeah.
is Emma's version, and it's Caitlin Cannoonan.
Yeah.
Am I saying
Yeah,
her
yeah.
name correctly? I'm having trouble with
She
names
was in
today.
Bridges of Madison County.
She was great,
The daughter,
and
and she's fantastic in this. And
she's
she
great.
plays a girl who wants to take her girlfriend to the prom. That's
And
basically what it's
hilarity
about.
ensues when these Broadway people show up.
Yeah.
So there you
Yeah.
go.
All right, and we also found out that 2 of our favorite vloggers of all time personally are workshopping the Alice by Heart musical.
So the Vassar Theater does this powerhouse theater thing every summer, and
Right.
a lot of big shows kind of launch there. So Alice by Heart, the Duncan Sheik, Stephen Sater, Jesse Nelson musical based on Alice in Wonderland that we've been talking about.
We keep talking about it.
Yes, it's happening up there, and Molly Gordon will play the title role. And we talked a little bit about Sarah Bareilles, right?
Mm-hmm.
There was talk that maybe she might do it at some point. I don't know. Leslie Margarita, that's what you
That's
were
one
teasing.
blogger.
That's one blogger.
Leslie will be in there. Alex Brightman.
That's the
There's
second
2
blogger.
bloggers.
There you go.
Okay. Also Noah Galvin, Megan Masaka Haley, Zachary Infante, Giselle Jimenez, Jay Quinton Johnson, Heath Sanders, and Don Stevenson. Sometimes I start reading a list of names, and
Just
I think
keep
it's going
going.
to be like 4, and then it turns into like 12.
25, yeah.
And so that's great. They're doing that soon. Yeah, July 5th through the 7th. These are very quick runs, and they're not even fully staged runs. And then they're also doing the Waves, which is really interesting. Raul Esparza was announced as a creative consultant, and now they've announced he will be in it,
Good.
which is great. And so is Alice Ripley, Tony winner Alice Ripley.
It's
Lauren
a
Worsham,
reteaming.
Ken Barnett, Aisha Gamble, and Douglas Lyons, a shorter list. So anyway, Powerhouse is up at Vassar, upstate New York, in Poughkeepsie.
That's a
And-
Rocky Horror reunion right there.
Oh, look at you. You're right.
Anyway, that's exciting.
That is exciting. All right, and last but certainly not least, there is something to celebrate down at Sweeney Todd today.
Sweeney Todd in the pie shop in the village is now going to be the This is kind of interesting. Don't look at me like
Trying to
that.
get a reaction out of me?
I mean, it worked.
Yeah, we went. We ate pies.
We went, we ate pies,
Yeah.
we got scared out of our wits, and now it marks the longest running production of Sweeney Todd of all time.
That seems...
There seems to be like a
Amazing.
need for a fact checker in today's Live at 5, but we're going to let it go. 578 performances. That's today's performance marks
It didn't
that.
run originally like 4 or 5 years on Broadway?
This surpasses the 1979 original Broadway production directed by Hal Prince.
So they just,
As of today,
They squeaked
knocked it
by.
off its pedestal. That's correct.
Yeah, because back then, if shows ran like 3 years, it was a big deal.
Yeah.
Now if show
Now
runs
it's just
3 years,
30.
everyone says it's a disappointment. Right?
If it
And
makes its
Broadway's
money back,
changed.
it's not a disappointment. Anyway, this Sweeney Todd will play its final performance on August 26th at Barrow Street, so it will really have some more time to really surpass the original 1979 production. I'm going to get out of here. It's been
All right,
lovely.
Bye, Beth. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Hey, Caitlin, why don't you tell us about today's guest?
I would love to. All right. Irina is currently starring in The Beast in the Jungle off Broadway. She is a professional ballerina, a very beautiful professional ballerina, and became a principal dancer at the American Ballet Theater in 2000, where she danced until 2013. Other stage credits include The Grand Hotel, which I'm sure we'll talk about at New York City Center. And screen credits include Flesh and Blown, The Blacklist, The Americans, and Power. Be sure to follow her on social media at Irene Max Emma and leave all of your questions and comments down below. And please welcome Irina and Paul.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm
I love
pretty
your
good.
hat. I love your
Thank
dress.
you.
I love your summer colors.
Thank you. As you see, I'm already wearing makeup, ready for the show. So
Well.
I'm gonna run after.
That's good. I'm wearing a little makeup too. It looks better on you. How's it going?
Pretty good.
Has-
Pretty good.
What's it been like? It's so interesting that you are such a part of the theater world all of a sudden. I mean, it's really been.
Well, I
kind of
live on stage all my life, but I never
Yeah.
speak. But actually, it's
Yeah, but
absolutely
you
incredible.
did two sort
experience.
of back-to-back, very sort of high-profile projects.
Yes, very different, but I could not be more happy. It's just when I'm on stage, I'm the happiest person ever, especially when the people who actually work with you is very creative, talented, and they love you and trust you and believe in you. So I could do miracle.
And
That's how I
you
feel.
are fantastic on stage. I mean, you really have an amazing quality. Very glamorous. I mean, first of all, you are such an incredible dancer, and I'm sure you've been a dancer. When did you start dancing? How old were you?
4 or 5.
Okay, so you're used to being told you're a great dancer, but is it exciting now to be sort of gaining all this? Do you feel like you're gaining a new respect, new fans, new
Yes,
audiences?
absolutely.
And how does that feel to be at that point?
Well, I think it's much more satisfying for me. Because as a ballet dancer, we have our own beasts. We never satisfy. We're always kind of blaming ourselves or very harsh criticizing ourselves. But I think when you perform on stage as an actress, it just gives you much more satisfaction and pleasure. And when you move the people, your audience, so it's a new energy comes to you when you give out more.
Yeah.
It's
So
brilliant.
Beast in the Jungle is at the Vineyard Theater. This is the final week. It's extended. People are loving it. Caitlin's like really.
Yes. It
I
was
haven't seen it yet.
one of my
but I'm gonna
favorite
try to
things I've
go
seen
to-
in a while.
I know,
Yes.
because it looks stunning. What has it been like? And you're working with Susan Stroman. You're working with John Kander. I mean, David Thompson is like this
yes.
great team. And Tony Yazbeck, who everyone watching loves
We love.
Tony Yazbeck.
Yes.
We love Mr. Yazbeck. What's it been like working on this project, and how did you get involved with it? And just sort of talk about what the journey of it's been like.
I was very fascinated when I received the phone call. I think my former agent, Lakey Wolf, she's been very kind to call me and connect me with Susan Stroman. She said she's actually looking for the actress, ballerina, to do her role. And we never met with Susan before, and I was kind of really, is it possible even to this thing's happening? So we spoke on the phone. Without meeting in person, and she, without audition, actually had trust and believed in me, and she wanted me for this part.
Wow.
And I was just stunned, and I was like, "Oh, Susan, you know, if you want me to dance like Swan Lake or Sleeping Beauty or Don't You, something crazy classical, I won't be able to do that because I don't want to disappoint you." She started laughing and said, "No, we'll do everything what you could do, what's best for you, we'll do it." So they've been working around me. So I was very honest, you know, like 3 acts ballet, I cannot do it, of course. It's ready to, I've done it many times in my life, and it's past chapter, but that was something new, and she chose me for this part, and I was just thrilled. I could not believe it that it happened with me, and it's absolutely incredible, intense process when we start working, and they molding everything, and Kander was writing music, whatever I could. He see my feelings, and he immediately go to the piano, start writing, and David Thompson immediately embraced the story, and we went very deep under. It's not only just what's happening right now, but while we were rehearsing it, we were thinking, why are you feeling this way? What could have happened before? So it's very, very full. Everybody invest like more than 200%, and I think when you're on stage and have opportunity to play woman in her 20s and then 40s and almost 70s.
Right.
And then also a quick change for the fiance. It's you live all life on stage, and it's full of feelings and emotions and joy and drama, heartbreaking moments. So it's just really, really wonderful play to be.
Yeah. So what is the story of it? It's all about your relationship with Tony Yazbeck's character.
The Beast in the Jungle. It's the this play based loosely on the Henry James novella, because they took the idea of the beast, and they took the idea to have a message in the play that all of us hold in our life sometimes without having strong desire and commitment to take something what you love, and then you keep wasting your life saying, oh, maybe I could do something better, maybe better, and you miss all the best cues of your life. And in the end, some people kind of die, and they said, oh my God, I didn't leave. So the play overall has a wonderful message, and that's message about the main character, John Marcher, who fell in love with May Bertram, who I'm playing, and they met over the art, and May introduced him to the art, and because I'm, as an artist, I became a photographer, famous photographer, and John Marcher became the art dealer, and then we crazy fall in love with each other, and then he was afraid that because he had a very bad childhood, and he had the horrible kind of scar, and he was constantly afraid that the beast is chasing him, and if he's gonna commit to somebody, it's gonna destroy him and the loved one. So he escaped, and we didn't see each other for 20 years. By coincidence, we met again in London when I was already married, and he was buying art for my husband buying art for me for an anniversary, and then suddenly we met, and of course, emotion starts overpowering me, and then we had again strong relationship, and was ready to run away, and he got scared again, and he ran away. So later on, he read in the paper that I'm doing in my gallery as a photographer in Soho, I think, and then he showed up, and then I was already older lady, and he was older man.
Wow.
And at this point, he was so happy and overwhelmed that he saw me, and he said that I need to stop worrying about everything or afraid anything. So I need to commit to May and just be happy and spend time with her. And for the moment he started to say that I'm not afraid anymore, and I said, I need to tell you something, I'm dying.
But
and it's just it's a lot
like a
of
great romance.
Yes, and in the end,
Are you a fan of those like big emotions and those
I am.
big? I mean,
I am. I always very, very open and feel every situation on stage, and all my co-stars like Tony Yazbeck and Peter Friedman is brilliant, and Tigil Boguer was playing my husband, and he just left because for last week. So I have the wonderful Robert Petkov. He just joined the cast yesterday.
he's great.
So everybody is really incredible on stage, and if sometimes even without saying anything, you just look in your eyes and you're already tears. Both of us start crying just silently, because it just this moment is really precious. So plus the music and everything else, it's just absolutely wonderful.
What is it like? Tony Yazbeck also has spent his whole life dancing, but from a very different kind of background than you. What is it? is it what's different about that, and what's the same, or do you just when you're relating as dancers, is it all just the same and it's all about the work in the moment?
I can explain that Tony Yazbeck was started as a wonderful tap dancer.
Yeah.
He's of course a singer and actor, and he had very little ballet background, and I have only background as a ballet dancer, and of course now as an actress. Susan Stromont wanted to have a very opposite female and male polar, like fall in love with each other with absolutely different background. And what's wonderful that discipline, that's what also unite us together, and respect to each other and trust. And that's this is wonderful commitment. And then when we're in studio, we feel like we're a couple.
Did you know that you were a good actress? I mean, did you know that you had those instincts and that you could do this?
I think when I was performing on stage of the Metropolitan Opera House and all over the world, the more I started to do the, not just classical ballet like Swan Lake, Sleeping Beauty or the Q, but like Romeo and Juliet or Margarita and Armand or Giselle or Taming of the Shrew. It doesn't matter, the comedy or drama, but with a plot, with a story, and especially when you feel as a woman, not as a princess, so you need to have the certain etiquette. And every time I perform on stage, I've been talking inside. I've been talking the living life. It's just not. I never did the steps only. Of course, it's a technique you need to pull, but I've been living already. It just the new for me genre to express vocally, and I enjoyed it very very much. And I've been very grateful that they helped me with a little bit soften my accent and navigate me in the right direction. And it's just a blessing.
If you were going to tell a Broadway fan to go, like they wanted to go see one ballet, what's like your favorite? If you wanted,
it's really hard to say. It's really hard to say.
Yeah.
It's really hard. I mean, Swan Lake considered the number one classics, of course. If people want to see more drama, it's of course Romeo and Juliet or Giselle. But Fairy Tale, it's Sleeping Beauty, Nutcracker. So there is a lot of beautiful ballets. Yes.
How often do you dance when you're not in a show now? I mean, do you?
Well, right now, tonight is going to be show number 48.
Oh, wow, 40, okay.
Yes. So even without performing, we have a discipline, me and my husband, who's been also former principal now with ABT. We dance together all our life. So we all pretty much try to go like 3-4 times a week or 5 times at steps, take the ballet class. Even just a little bar, just to keep the body in shape. Plus, I need to start working with my personal trainer who actually keep my body in good shape.
Did you enjoy Gruzinskaya, I Want to Be Alone, Grand Hotel?
That was absolutely insane for me.
Yes.
Because
Bonjour Amour.
Bonjour Amour. It was, when they called me. It was funny because I was actually during the rehearsal, we had the table reading for Beast in the Jungle. And somebody calling. And then we have 5 minutes break. I went and step out in the corridor and I see it's a Jay Binder calling the casting director from and said, "Oh my God, Irina, we're doing the new encore at City Center, and I think there's a fantastic role for you, and I think you'll be brilliant there. But," I said, "What? You need to sing there." I said, "I never sang in my life."
Wow,
I said, "Can you
really?
try? Can you sing?" I said, "Can I sing? I don't know. Can I sing?" I said, "But I could try." I said, "Well, we'll give you like a couple lessons, with a coach." Prepare one song and then go for the audition just to see the song, because we know you as an actress, you could deliver the role, but we just need to be sure you could sing. So I got a couple lessons and then I came and had a horrible fever. I thought I gonna die at like 102. I canceled one audition because I couldn't even talk. I lost my voice completely. And then they said, "Well, can we do like week after?" I said, "No, it's a Christmas, everybody gonna be away, it's too late." I said, "Okay, I lost it." And then in an hour they again see the email, "Oh my God, can you come in one day?" I said, "Yes." They found everybody said I won't be the best, but at least something. And I said, "Okay, if it's gonna be laughing matter, I'm gonna laugh loud first."
Wow.
And I show up for this audition, and actually they loved it.
Yes.
And I got the part, and I start crying like I couldn't.
Yeah, you were fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's so exciting. You're fearless. I mean, it's amazing to like,
it's
put
nice
yourself
to be
in.
crazy in a good direction. I think, I am. I like to challenge myself.
I can't imagine getting on stage in front of an audience like that and singing, and you were fantastic.
Thank
Hey,
you so
Caitlin, what do
much.
you love about Beast in the Jungle?
I think it's such an interesting mix of like words. It's not a musical, but it's just a play with music, which is so unique and so wonderful. But one of the questions that we have from Facebook is, what is your favorite version of May to play? Because you're playing like her at 3 different parts of her life.
You know, in the beginning it was really difficult for me to do the younger May, but then I started to enjoy it. The more I started to do the show, I started to enjoy more and more. And then, of course, my age, it's a mid-age. It's easier for me to deliver, and I enjoy more the older May when I'm close to 70s. I don't know why. It just, I don't know. I have enough probably experience in certain way and depths of my feelings, so it feels more closer to me. I think. I don't know why.
Yeah, and one of the questions that we get on Live at 5 a lot is dream roles. I was curious, do you have any dream musical theater roles now that you're like stepping into this different side of performing?
I honestly, I don't know yet. I need to investigate more because I'm bittersweet that this project is coming to the end, and I need to discover something new for me or look for something new, and I need to spend some time to find something.
It's crazy, like a role like Gruzhinskaya on Grand Hotel is like a Russian ballerina. I mean, that's kind of crazy that it was kind of like
Perfect for
they
me.
had
Yes,
to get you
yes.
in there.
That's great. Thank you. Thank you. I'm very
I mean,
grateful.
you look very young and gorgeous for Gruzhinskaya.
Well,
I
after
mean,
40, for the ballerina, it's already
No,
considered
I know,
old.
it's interesting.
It's just not how you look; it's how you feel. Because at 40, we feel like we're 80. Because
Right, yeah.
So that's the point of it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not because how old you are; it's just for the ballet world. It
Yeah.
feels already body is used, and you're in so much pain. So and you lose of course, freshness.
Yeah, no, I like that
sometimes.
about it because
that's the
because I've seen it cast older, and I liked that because you do. It's kind of like Norma Desmond in Sunset Boulevard. Everyone forgets these characters that aren't that they are. And nowadays, you don't look at a woman in her 40s as aging. I don't know. I mean, it just seems like careers are so different now.
Yeah, for me, being mid-40s, it's.
But as a dancer, yeah.
Yeah.
So did you always sort of have in your eyes like, well, what is my career? How is my career
I
going
didn't expect that actually. I didn't expect that at all. I always love watching performances and acting and the other people. I didn't even consider that I could do that. But when I tried it first time, when I had audition for On Your Toes, which was also on Chorus City Center, that was my first ever speaking role. And then I'm very grateful to Christine Baranski, who actually was my co-star, and Walter Bobby also. And when we started to put first scene together, and I start get emotional at Christine, everybody started laughing. They lost it because it's just very funny scene. And Christina said, "Irina, Broadway is crying for you. You must pursue this career."
I love it.
It's a joke,
Yeah.
And then they said, "No, really, seriously, you need to." And I don't know, I just kind of trusted her. And because I'm always criticizing myself. I'm not sure it's right or not right unless people who actually have knowledge or audience, they really, or co-stars, actors, it's just greatest compliment for me when the other actors come to me and just almost openly express their feelings about my show and give me compliments that I could not believe it. Actually, I'm starting to look, are they talking to me or not? So that's kind of feeling, but it's just really dear to my heart.
If Christine Baranski says it, you have to do it.
Yeah, always
I
trust
mean,
her.
it's a rule. I think it's a
It
rule.
is. Always trust Christine Baranski. It's the 11th commandment.
Are there any other questions?
Yes, Peyton wants to know, what is your favorite part about dancing? What is it that just fills your soul?
Most of the time when I'm on stage performing, it's music. Because as a ballet dancer, we train to be the music. So our instrument is our body, and we are singing the music with our body movements. So when you start to be liquid on stage and just tell a story with your body language, body movements, that's become very special. It's just not you doing just movements or steps or counts, so you're very framed. But you need to live and breathe on stage. Every musical form like breath, and so you just need to express it with your body. So it's going to be very inspiring then.
Do you have any favorite movies about the ballet world, or TV shows, or?
It's hard to tell. No.
There's so many.
I'm such a strange person. I don't have anything kind of favor this, that,
That's
that.
all right.
I cannot
That's
pick
okay.
anything. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just so many people have tried to sort of capture that world, the ballet world, and it's been sort of depicted, in movies and TV shows. And I wonder, sort of, do you find that realistic? Like I feel like the ballet world is kind of a mysterious world. Like it's sort of like the people in it are these like beautiful creatures who make these amazing things, and then I feel like
Yes,
we're all
it's-
just mere mortals who like love them.
It's very difficult, and for some dancers it's just considered as their job, but for some dancers it's considered a part of our life. And for example, me and my husband, we never thought that it's our job. It was our lifestyle. So we were very kind of narrowish and Zoom like a horse vision.
Yeah.
We live literally only in the theater and just back sleep at home. That's it. So we talk differently. We didn't see much outside. We were
Yeah,
very, very capsuled. So now we start little bit going see. I think for 20 years or 23 years we're in America. We never, for first 20 years, we never went out to see any movie, anything, nowhere. We pretty much was traveling, performing this, that, take care of everybody. So that's how dedicated we was.
Wow.
So you just save yourself for this stage performance only.
Right.
So it's just very hard.
Yeah.
But it's always our life.
Now you have a lot to explore.
Now I'm learning and start to exploring, coming out of the shell little by little. Yes,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
learning too. It's
Yeah.
new world for me.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming by. It's so
My
great to see you.
pleasure.
Have a great show. Show number what? 40.
48, I think.
Okay. And so it's running through Sunday,
Yes.
the 24th, at the Vineyard Theater. Fantastic Beast in the Jungle, and I mean, I hope we get to see more of you because it's been fun. I didn't
Thank
know
you
you 6
so
months
much.
ago, and now you here you
Now
are.
you become my fan.
Yeah, it's fun. I love it.
Well,
Thank
see
you
you.
so
Good to
much,
see you.
Caitlin. Why don't you take us out?
All right. Thank you all so much. You have to see Beast in the Jungle before it ends. It's seriously so beautiful. But if you want to listen to this podcast, or if you want to listen to this live at 5, you can listen to it as a podcast right after this. It's so much fun. Do it, download it, rate it, review it, all that stuff. And remember, we won't be doing live at 5 on Friday, so make sure you turn in tomorrow as we are hanging out with the boys in the bands, Michael, Benjamin, Washington. All right. See you all and have a wonderful day.